mechanism.
Hello guys, I hope you all doing great. Welcome to my next tutorial. This will be my first video with the voiceover, so please forgive me any mistakes. But I hope it will be more interesting to watch than just me clicking things in Ableton. So in one of my last videos I showed you this plugin called Xgroove, which is basically a random percussive loop generator. It also comes with a bunch of effects. It's supposed to be AI powered, but I believe it's just a marketing buzzword in this case. Anyway, the plugin is quite interesting and I have fun with it, although it may be a bit pricey, as some of you pointed in the comments. Also in the comments section, someone named Vivian Sutherland said that it would be great to recreate this kind of device with Ableton stock plugins, and it got me thinking that sure, it can be done. So I started to experiment with different Ableton and Max for Live devices, trying not to exactly recreate Xgroove, but rather find a solution that will give me the same effect. And I have to say that I'm really happy with the results. So let's get to it and I will show you how it's done. Okay, so in order to make it work, I needed two components. I need something that generates the sound and I need something that generates the sequence or pattern, if you will. So for the first part, I created this instrument rack, which is basically a drum rack with the effects chain. There are 35 different samples. Let me quickly show you. So as you can see, there is a nice variety to them, and I think it was the most fun part of this project, just to find and create those samples that will play well together and create an interesting sonic texture. And 35 seems like not a lot, but you will see in a moment that considering the amount of combinations in which those sounds can be played together, the possibilities are almost endless, and I would say it's almost impossible to get the same loop twice. There are also 8 macro knobs that controls different parameters of the effects, but I will get to that in a moment. Now for the second part, the part that generates the sequence or the pattern, I tested a few different Ableton and Max for Live sequencers, but ultimately I came to the conclusion that this little yet very powerful device called Sting by Skinnerbox is the perfect tool for the job. I have it for a while now. It's intended to generate acid bass lines, and it's also great for that. It's free. You can find the link in the description. So it's really a great tool for many things, and if you don't have it, there is really no reason not to get it. So there are a few parameters that you can control. You can control the number of steps in the sequence. You can control the density, which is basically how dense is the loop, how many hits are there. You can change the type of the loop. I don't know exactly what it's doing. It just played different patterns. And you can set the offset, you can set the note in where the loop starts. There's this big smiley face, so every time you click the smiley face, it generates the new pattern. You can also set the swing rate and gate. So yeah, let's generate some loops. Oh, I also create this basic kick and hi-hat patterns, just to show you how it sounds in the context of the track. All right.
Mechanism.
Okay, so let's generate some loops. Let me turn it off for now. That's pretty good. Let's see how it works with the rest of the track. Yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. Let's generate another one. And another one. Let's change the type. Let's change the density. And offset. And so let's generate the new loop. Let's decrease the density. And change the type. Let's change the length to 8 steps. Let's decrease it to 4. And you can also do polyrhythms if you want. Let's set it to 11. Let's try 7, for example. Okay, let's go back to 16 steps. Let's generate a new loop. Let's change the offset. And let's change the root node as well to see what will happen. Okay, so as you see, it's really hard to generate a really bad loop. Almost everything sounds good. And yeah, as I mentioned before, there are those 8 macro knobs that controls different effects. Now I will show you exactly what they are doing. So first of all, there is filter cutoff. You can turn it on and off with this knob. If you decrease the filter cutoff and increase the resonance, you'll get this really gritty, dirty sound. And if we increase the distortion, we're going into this really industrial trance sort of kind of sound. If it's get too crazy, you can tame it with the sidechain. And let's generate a new pattern. And there is also a knob to control the volume of the whole instrument. So as you can see, there are loops for days. One more important thing that I want to show you, I always have this channel prepared to record my loops, because sometimes you click generate too quickly and the loop you had before that was really cool just gone forever. So I advise you to every time you hear something that you like, just record it, and you can just save it for later. You can use it in another project. It's just generally really nice to have. And as you can see, I have a few loops that I recorded before. Let me turn this off. You can check the pattern of the kick to see if it still works, you know, in the different context. So as you see, it sounds great, even without further processing. Go back to the 4/4 kick. Yeah, so that's it. In the description you will find a link to download my rack. You can also find a link to download Sting, and just, you know, try it for yourself, give it a go. I don't know, I don't remember I mentioned this before, but if you want to fill it with your own samples, you just have to, you know, expand it and just add your own samples here. Yeah, so guys, have fun with it. Let me know what you think. And if you find it useful, please like and subscribe, and see you in the next tutorial.